Hello and welcome back to another episode of Overkill Trading. Today is August 1st, a new month, which means new monthly candles on crypto and stocks. We got Ethereum just forming a new monthly candle. You can see we're sitting right on our 9-month moving average right there. That last dot on Ethereum is still holding red, so we're still using caution on this trade. Okay, whenever there's a red dot on the chart, we need to be setting our stop loss level. And we've been talking about the stop loss level for a very long time at about 3K on this level. And you can zoom in here to the 4-hour chart, and you can see that we put in a perfect double bottom here. You can see, you guys saw the Discord this morning, everybody very distressed. Okay, they dipped it down really hard here in the morning, and you're seeing a pump. You're actually seeing a green dot on the 4-hour chart, just like you got back here on the 24th, back at around 3K. So 3K is holding really nicely on Ethereum here, and that level just needs to hold, folks. If you guys are trading Ethereum, if you got in off this last dot, which is the buy signal there, our stop loss on that candle was 3K. Okay, that was 3K, $3,000. And we're going to see how this thing reacts. If we can hold on to 3,000, I'm going to still be very bullish on Ethereum. And you can see Bitcoin getting a big bounce here on the 4-hour as well. And that one, indeed, is still holding a green dot on the weekly chart. So again, guys, our green dots, when the dot is green on the weekly chart, we have to assume the next weeks are going to be up. Does that mean 100% that it's going to go up? Absolutely not. But it's a lot better than buying right here off these red dots. Okay, it's a lot better than buying right here. Okay, it's a lot better than buying right here. Okay, we want to buy the week of the green dot. So if you guys were in on this last green dot on Bitcoin, the level was right at this candle right here. Okay, that was 60,000. We've been saying that is support for the longest time. So that means as long as we are over 60,000, we are bullish. If it goes down and breaks that level, this dot was wrong. Okay, so what we need to do when we get the dot on the green, when we get the green dot on the weekly, is get into the 4-hour and watch the 4-hour. You can see, where did it bounce? It bounced right here in this area, okay, when the blue wave was way down here. Okay, so that one's trying to make support. So I'm going to call the new support level for Bitcoin now 62,000, and you're seeing a big jump here right now off this green dot on the 4-hour. So again, once you guys get the green dot on the weekly, and all this means is that the next couple of weeks, or the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks, you can see this one came back here in September. Okay, it went up from September 25th all the way up. Okay, the first red dot came right there on December. So that was a 3-month period of time. That was 12 weeks before you got the red dot. You can see this one came and you got the red dot. Okay, and then we faded. Okay, that was what we call a bull trap on this channel. If you guys are familiar with the cheat sheet, okay, a bull trap is when everyone thinks we're going back up, and then we have a dip. Okay, a return to normal bounce. Okay, that's what that was right here. Okay, we dipped down from 70 all the way to 54. So we're using caution here, folks. It's a very volatile market. This isn't a market that's just going straight up like everybody's used to now. This is a market that is going sideways. We're just going up and down and up and down and up and down. We're stuck in this range right here. So what needs to happen is we either need to break out above that 74K level or break down below the, well, I'm going to call it 60K because that's the range I'm watching. Okay, 60K and 74. So if Bitcoin goes out and breaks out above 74, it's going to go right to 100K. No doubt in my mind it's going to go to 100K. So we still, as hard as it is on days like today, we still have to remain bullish as long as the last dot remains green on the weekly chart. Okay, that is how we trade on this channel. Again, we're weekly chart focused, meaning we are trading, we are entering on the green dots, and we are exiting. Okay, our sell strategy is when the weekly stochastic RSI, the light blue line, gets all the way back up here to the white dotted line, just like it was right there. You can see that was the top area right in here. Okay, or you get a red dot. So you either sell when the stochastic hits the white dotted line, or you sell when you get the red dot. Those are the two sell targets. And we haven't even hit either of those sell targets on Bitcoin just yet. So again, still bullish on crypto overall. And we are getting a nice bounce here. Look at this daily candle that's about to close here in about an hour. That is a bull hammer with big volume here. So there were buyers down here at the 62 level, and that thing's going to close above its 50-week moving average. If anyone bought the dip today on this 4-hour dot, on one of these 4-hour dots, congratulations. That was a great entry, and you are still safe. Okay, you are still safe because the last dot is still green. Let's look at Solana. Solana also still holding green as well. We have a 4-hour dot showing up right now. Okay, so the new support level is going to be at the bottom of this red candle. I'll just call it 160. 160 is your stop loss off this bounce. Okay, and we'll see if we can break out now. We'll see if we can get some follow through. But given the fact that the stochastic is down here on the floor, that tells me there's more upside here in the short term. So if we can get back over 170, that'd be great. But the current stop loss on the trade right now for Solana, okay, if you want to be less conservative, put it at 155. Stop loss on Bitcoin. Current stop loss on Bitcoin is going to be 62. Okay, if you're trading the 4-hour, that needs to continue up. If we break down, it's going to get even uglier. So move your stop loss up now that we got this big correction here. Big, I say big. It was like 2 or 3%, but 62,000 is going to be the stop there. And then for Ethereum, it's still going to be right there at 3K. So those are going to be the levels for the big names there. You're looking at the SPY also selling off really hard today. Really hard today. Again, where do we get the red dot? Right up here on this candle at 562, it's dipping right back down into that 9-month moving average. Okay, same thing with QQQ. Where do we get the red dot? Way up here at 500. It's all the way down to 450. So again, guys, you could see how these dots play out, and the longer the time frame you're on, if you're trading a weekly chart, it's much more accurate than one of these other charts. Okay, than if you're trading the 15-minute or the hourly. Even though there are strategies that you can use to trade these. But we keep it simple on this channel, and we trade a weekly chart. So if the last dot closes red, you got to sell. So that means if Ethereum breaks 3,000, you need to be selling. Okay, you need to be selling if it breaks 3,000. So those are the big support levels there for crypto. And again, 3K for Ethereum. It's going to be 62 for Bitcoin, and it's going to be right there at 157 for Solana. As long as those levels hold, we should hold these green dots into next week. Okay, so again, we haven't even really moved. We're literally chopping around here. We're not going anywhere. Again, a lot of you guys I see are frustrated because we're not just going straight up. I wish every time we bought something, it would just go straight up. But a lot of the sometimes we're just going to go sideways and not move. Okay, when we go sideways, that is what is called a stealth phase, a smart money phase. That's consolidation. Okay, consolidation is when smart money loads up, when we're just going sideways. Smart money's looking at this like, okay, we're in a range from 117 up to 211. You can see that's where we bounced here. That's where we bounced here. Okay, if you're entering on the green dot on Solana, you were in at like 140. Okay, 140, 143. So you're literally still up on your position if you got in off the green dot. Okay, you're still up on your position if you got in off the green dot, and that was at 144. Okay, that was this green candle right here. So we use our stop loss levels at the bottom of these green candles that we get the dots on. And again, once you get the weekly dot, you want to get into the 4-hour chart and then manage your position. I like to buy the dots when the blue wave is down here on the 4-hour. You can see the big green dot. There is a difference between the big green dot and the small green dot on the 4-hour. Okay, on any chart. So if you add an alert to our indicator here, okay, you can click on this. Okay, what you want to do is right-click and hit Add Alert. So there's a big green dot and a small green dot. And I know we talk about this a lot on this channel, but it is important to know the difference. The big green dots are better for the smaller time frames, like the 4-hour and the hourly. Okay, and then the small green dots are the ones I like to use on the weekly and the monthly, just because the small green dots are literally called out on every dot that you get. But the big green dot is the one that has the shaded area down here. That means the wave is really deep. Okay, and that's good because that's a sign that we're oversold. Okay, and when something is oversold, that means there was panic selling. Panic selling. Boom, you're getting the green dot right here on Solana. I think this looks really good right now, guys. I hope you guys aren't sleeping on this. The dots are still green, so again, there's nothing to worry about as long as the last dot remains green on the weekly chart. If it flips to red, yes, we got to sell. We got to get out. We got to liquidate our position, and we got to take the loss. But until that happens, right? Until that happens, okay, we are still bullish on the overall markets as long as Solana, ETH, and BTC hold. The SPY and the QQQ stocks are still coming down. You can see a lot of stocks got absolutely racked today. Okay, my whole watch list, damn near my whole watch list was down big today. Everybody who was holding a position today is down, guys. So you don't got to feel bad. Okay, you don't got to feel bad because literally everyone holding a position was down today. Everything was down except BTC is actually going to close green on the day, which is actually pretty amazing. So let's take a look at some of these alerts that we got. We got a red dot alert on the monthly chart of AI. So this is C3 AI. Again, we want to buy the green dot, sell the red dot. So That is a sell signal there on the monthly chart. The monthly dots, guys, if you guys want to be the most simple investor in the world, what I would do is I'd trade these dots. I'd trade the monthly dots. Okay, we focus a lot on the weekly here, and we talk about that a lot. But this monthly dot is very, very ugly, and it is also lining up with a red dot here on the weekly as well. So AI, you want to reconsider buying down here, right? This is the area we want to be buying. This is the area we want to be selling. Okay, and with the red monthly, that is very, very scary. So I would be jumping ship on that. I don't want to be a part of that. There's also Robinhood here giving you a green dot or a red dot. That's also a sell signal in the macro time frame. That is a sell signal. Okay, and it's also lined up with a red dot on the weekly as well. So again, selling the red, buying the green. I think Robinhood's going to set up really nicely when this comes back down here and gives us a green dot. But until that happens, okay, we don't want to be a part of it. Okay, we don't want to go long on the asset. As you guys can tell, in this kind of a market where we're just literally going sideways here, okay, we're not doing anything. We're just going side. This is a trader's market, okay? This is like people that trade the 15-minute, the 5-minute, the minute charts. They're the people that are really making the profits here. Someone who's a long-term investor who trades the weekly or the monthly right now, it's just going sideways, okay? You're not making anything. It's up and down and up and down. What we're waiting for is this breakout, okay? You saw we broke out over this level at 32 back here in what was that, July? We broke out right there, and that's when the bull run started. So what we're waiting on for Bitcoin is a breakout over 74. And when that happens, okay, things are going to get very, very bullish. Okay, if it happens. I don't know that it's going to happen, to be honest with you. I don't know. But what I can tell you is the green dot is holding on the weekly. Okay, as long as that is green, I'm bullish. Okay, that's just how we trade and operate on this channel. As long as the weekly dot is green, okay, we got to be holders. If it flips to red, we got to sell. It's really that simple. Okay, and we're playing a breakout over 74 here. So here's Mara. Mara also giving us a red dot here on the monthly. So again, where's the best time to buy Mara? Okay, it was right down here in February of 2023 at $3. This thing pumped all the way up to 30 bucks here. Okay, a beautiful, beautiful trade there, and now it's giving you a red dot. So what I do on Mara, okay, if you're playing the monthly chart, you set a stop loss at 14. You probably want to get on the weekly here. Yeah, you just want to make sure that doesn't fade. Stocks aren't looking that good, folks. Stocks are not looking that good. You can see the SPY also giving a monthly red dot here. So I think we're due for a correction. There's a lot going on in the world right now, and there's just a lot of moving parts, a lot of things happening, but we are getting these signals here. So that is concerning, right? That is concerning. We are in a bubble. I would like to see us correct. I'd like to see the S&P 500 correct down here into the 50. Okay, just like it did back here. Boom, correction, rip. Okay, but that is a sell signal on the SPY. And we're getting all these, by the way, over here in the alerts. If you guys aren't a member, you guys can get all these. Okay, we're calling out the monthly and the weekly alerts over here. I also added the daily, but I don't think I'm going to keep those in there just because they're very hard to, they're not as accurate as the weekly and the monthlies. Okay, I know I've experimented with that a little bit, but the weekly and the monthlies are the most accurate and the ones that we need to be paying attention to the most. Okay, so you guys can get all these alerts over here that we're going over today. If you are a member of the Discord, it's about $6 a month if you pay for the year to become a member and get access to our watch list. You guys can also request charts for these videos. We're dropping new videos Monday through Friday. You can also see all the trades that we're taking here. We got a research tool and a very active community chat over here as well that you guys can all be a part of. Okay, it's free to join, but if you want access to the alerts and things like that, you do have to become a member, which you can do right here just by going over here inside of the Discord and click on this link right there. And if you guys have any questions about that, feel free to let me know. But these are the names we are covering here today. Okay, and that was QQQ given a red dot there on the monthly. Again, tech does not look good. Tech looks like it wants to sell off. Here's X. X has a monthly on the green dot on the monthly chart. That's a buy signal there for X. This is a steel company. So what I do on this is I'd zoom into the daily. Okay, so if you're using a monthly, I'd look at the daily, and you want to buy the daily pullbacks. You want to buy the daily green dot. So if you want to play this monthly dot here, okay, which, I mean, it is showing up there. What you want to do is you want to set a stop loss at the bottom of last month's candle, which is going to be 37.50. And then you want to buy as close to that level as possible. Because if this monthly dot is correct, and we end up reversing and going up, okay, that will be a good thing for the market. This one's actually on my looking to buy list. but I'm just waiting for a dot, a pullback here on the shorter term time frame on X. That does look like it wants to break out on the macro. Okay, and this is United States Steel Corporation. So this is the steel industry. Normally, names like this will perform very well when names like tech, okay, like QQQ, start to go down. Okay, you start to see things like steel and airlines and cannabis, okay, and just weird names go up while everything else comes down. So X, again, that is a macro green dot showing up there. The level to watch on that's going to be 37, but that one looks really, really good for a macro breakout. Here's Rumble. This is a competitor of YouTube. Okay, I got a stop loss on this one at $6. Okay, but that is showing up there. So if you're on the daily here, you can see the stochastics getting closer to the floor. I'd be watching the 4 hour here, okay, for a green dot and an entry off of the monthly. Just make sure that one holds $6. I'd set the stop loss probably at down here at call it 580. Okay, and again, that's off the monthly dot there. The monthly dots are the most accurate when it comes to the indicator, followed by the weekly, the daily, and then the shorter time frame you get, the less accurate it becomes. Because if you look at a 15-minute chart, look how many dots are happening. Okay, this is all in one day, right? 1 day's worth of time, all these dots are happening. Okay, the monthly green dots come like every 3, 4, 5, 6 months, right? This one came back in January. Okay, it's now August. So we just got the second green dot in, what is that? What is it, 8 months? So that's looking good. Again, the level to play on that is going to be 580. And this is, again, a YouTube competitor. And I like it. With a stop loss at 590, I'd wait for the green dot on the daily to play that. Okay. CGC was showing a green dot on the monthly. The level to watch on this is going to be down there at $6. CGC has to hold $6. You can see the green dot actually faded from the monthly. So we get new monthly dots. Wow, that's an ugly, ugly 10% candle right there. Really, really ugly 10% candle with a red dot. So you can see that's why that faded. But the level to watch on this cannabis play is going to be $6 there on CGC. That's just the level that we got right there. And again, that green dot did fade. So it'll be interesting to see what this thing does tomorrow, if it actually pumps and goes back up. Tomorrow's going to be a big day in the stock market. Tomorrow's going to be a really big day. Here's Tilroy, another cannabis play here. You got the stop loss on this one is going to be set right there at $1.70. Okay, and again, names like this, weird names like this, perform well in bear markets. Okay, you guys saw the tech. You guys saw the tech names, right? Tech is like literally about to sell off. Like it's going to sell off eventually. It's going to have one of these corrections. It always does. Okay, it always corrects back into a moving average. So that's just a warning sign, right? But you got these weird names like Tilroy, okay, which is a cannabis company, which are showing green. And the stop loss on this play is going to be right down here at 177. I'm going to call it 180. 180 is going to be your stop loss on Tilroy on a trade on a monthly dot. Not too bad. That thing can run all the way back up to 12 there if it wanted to. But again, look how many dots there have been in the past. Again, another just consolidation phase here. You guys know what the consolidation phase is. I talked about that at the beginning of the video, but we're not going up. We're not going down. We're going sideways. We're creating a support. We're creating a level. Okay, and if you really want to use the true support, it's going to be down there like 160. But we're creating a base. We're creating a level. Just like over here on the cheat sheet, we're creating a support level. So we're waiting for a breakout. That green dot could be it. And I like the breakout today on the daily. It went down a little bit, but you can also move your stop loss up probably to 170 on this one. I'd use it at 170. You're risking about 20 cents to the downside right here on a trade on that, which doesn't look bad. Here's SoFi giving you a green dot on the monthly chart. Okay, not a bad looking chart there. Coming right down into its daily EMA. I'm using a stop at 7. Call it 690 for a stop loss off this monthly. 690 for a stop loss off this monthly on SoFi, but again, that is a green dot on SoFi there. That one's not looking bad. Okay, the weekly getting a little overextended here, but the monthly is showing green. Okay, so that tells you that the next few months should be up, right? They should be up. Here's Fubu. This is one of my favorite trades right now. I'm actually in this trade. You can see the last green dot didn't work out so well, but I think this company is very undervalued. Very, very undervalued. It's only a $300 million company. Okay, if you guys want to know market cap and stuff like that, you can come over here, use our research tool and type in /info. If you type in Fubu here, so this is Fubu TV. I'm actually a consumer, so I actually use this. I don't use Netflix or anything like that because I think they're a bunch of commies. But you can see it's only a $400 million company, where something like Netflix, right? Netflix is probably a $200 billion company. So Netflix is literally 50 times bigger than Fubu. So I'm guessing that Fubu is going to steal some share from Netflix here. And again, that thing is deep. That thing is really, really deep there on the monthly, and it's got a green dot showing this week. So I really like it. Full disclosure, I have a position on this name. Okay, my stop loss is around 120. Okay, they got earnings coming out here on the 6th of August, which is next Tuesday. So we'll see how they report. If they report good, this thing's probably going to fly. This thing will probably fly, but that is a green dot showing up there on the monthly chart. That's my favorite one so far. We also got XRP. XRP showing up on monthly alert here over in the Discord. And that is also very, very bullish. Okay, 50, I'm going to use 55 as my stop. Okay, you can see it wicked all the way down there. Probably move it down to like 52. Just make sure it holds those daily moving averages, but 50 is going to be the stop loss if you're playing this monthly dot. Okay, the last set of dots weren't that accurate, but again, what are we doing? We're just going sideways here. This is when people get really frustrated because it's just up and down, up and down. It's not straight up. It's just up and down, up, right? It's a trader's market, trader's market, trader's market. But that green dot is a buy signal. So I got a stop loss on that one at 50 cents. If you want to go long off the monthly, I do like that we're getting the golden cross to the upside there on XRP. That is very, very bullish in my opinion. And we'll see how this one plays out. Obviously, they have a lot of speculation around them, but I heard that their case actually ended with the SEC today. Today was the last day. So that is what we got there. Is this sorted by, I'm sorry, time triggered, newest. Okay, I'm going to restart those. We got all those earlier, but let me see sound here. Sound showing a red on the weekly, but it faded. The level we're watching on this is going to be $4. Okay, SOUN has to hold $4 for this trade. The red dot showed up, but it faded away. Let's look at the 4 hour. Again, looking to enter on this one here off the green dot on the 4 hour chart. Okay, and that is a weekly signal. You can see it triggered, but it faded away. So $4 is a stop. This is an AI play. It's called SoundHound AI. They're an AI company. So if you guys are into the AI trade, this is one to have on your watch list. $4 is going to be the level we're watching there. Here's Matic. This is 42, sitting at 42 cents. That's the level we're watching. Again, that thing showed up, but because we're bouncing right now on the 4 hour, it has faded away. Okay, it has faded away. So the macro level to watch on Matic is down here at 42. I don't like this because it's trending below our blue line. Our light blue line on our trading layout, okay, is this 50-week EMA. We consider that to be our mean, okay? So we don't like to buy assets that are trending below this line. That doesn't mean it can't bounce, but we just like to limit our exposure to too many names. If it's trending below this, that just shows that it's weak. Okay, there's no buyers. You want something like Bitcoin here trending above that line. You can see when we're below the line, we're in a bear market. As traders, we want to trade with the trend. Therefore, we want to trade up above it. We want to buy green dots above that light blue line. Okay, and Bitcoin actually bounced right on our line there back at 53K. That was right off the mean. Okay, that was right here in this area at 53K. We want to buy above the mean. The mean is the average. Okay, if you're using a weekly chart, that is the 50-week EMA. That is the level we want to be loading up at. Okay, we want to buy into that. Buy bounces and green dots off of that, just like we got right here in July. And again, we're using a stop loss. Okay, I got the stop loss moved up on Bitcoin to 62 now. 62 is the new stop loss there on Bitcoin. Dogecoin also showed up a weekly dot today off the panic selling. Okay, but you can see we're getting a big fat candle with a big fat green dot right there. So we'll see how this reacts. My stop loss on Dogecoin is 10 cents. Okay, 10 cents needs to hold on Dogecoin. If that breaks, okay, we're probably going to come back down to around 8 to 7. Okay, so set a stop loss at 10. If it breaks, right, we're selling it and buying back in off the next green dot. But the dot is still holding. Yes, the red one showed up today, but it faded away. So the dots can come on the chart and go away. Because again, each one of these candles on a weekly chart is 1 week's worth of price action. That's why I encourage you guys to get into the shorter time frame. If you're using a weekly chart, I really like to use the 4 hour. Okay, and you want to see what's going on in this 4 hour chart. You can see We're bouncing here. We're bouncing here. We're bouncing here. We're bouncing here. Okay, this is a big panic. This is panic selling right here. This is people panic selling. What's the monthly say here? Monthly's putting in a doji here on Dogecoin. I'd actually be a buyer of Dodge here. And again, our stop loss level on Dodge is now going to be 11 cents. Okay, actually, what did we say? We said 10 cents, right? Use it at 11. Just put it at 11. Okay, that's a one penny risk. You're risking about 10% on that trade, even though the true macro support's down here off this green candle that we got. That's where the buyers stepped in. So again, if it breaks and you're still long on Dogecoin, you can sell it. Okay, and then you can buy back in on the next green dot. If a red dot comes, guess what? The next dot is going to be green, so you can re-enter on the next green dot. So yes, it did show up, but it has faded. So that means we need to use our stop loss right there at 11 cents. Okay, 11 cents is the new support level on Dogecoin based on this trade. Okay, based on this green dot. That told us that, boom, 11 cents was the level. Here's QI. Also showed up and faded away. Okay, support level on this is going to be 0.013. This is an AVAX ecosystem token. Also getting a big fat green dot here. So let's actually move it up to about 0.013 there. QI, not looking bad. Okay, not looking bad at all. GME given a green dot on the month, or a red dot on the monthly chart. Monthly chart, red dot there for GME. Again, where are all the buyers? All the bulls. Everyone's super excited up here at $70. Right? This is where retail buys, folks. Retail buys up in this area. This is where retail is buying. $70. You guys remember back in, what was it? May? Everybody and their mother was wanting to buy GME because they thought it was going to the moon. It went from 70 all the way down to 20. That's a 60% dip. Okay, and now you're getting the monthly dot here on GME. It did fade away. So I would say the level to watch on this is going to be, I mean, for me, it'd probably be $20. $20. I don't want to see GME break 20, but this is really, really weak. It just looks really, really weak. And again, it's all hype based. This company doesn't make money. They're literally going bankrupt. They buy it because a guy named Roaring Kitty says so. Okay, he's not looking at an indicator or anything. He's just saying, oh, buy GameStop because it's a cool company. And people do it. I mean, that's retail for you, folks. This is where retail buys. They buy in delusion, new paradigm phase. Oh, GameStop's going to 300,000, right? It's going to $300. Okay, this is where they're losing their minds. Okay, and then they get dipped on. Okay, we don't sit through this kind of dip. We know when we're wrong, and we know when we're wrong fast because the indicator tells us when we're wrong, folks. The indicator will tell us when we're wrong. If the dot flips red, right? If the dot flips red on Dodge, I know the Dodge trade is off. Okay, so if you're entering on the green dot, you're literally in between 11 and 12 cents. You're like break even on the trade right now if you're using the strategy correctly. So that's how we're playing. That's how we're playing it, folks. Again, if you guys got questions, I know there's a lot of new people that have been joining here, but we are weekly chart focused. We are weekly chart focused. We don't focus on the shorter time frames. We focus on the longer term time frames for the big swings, right? We want to catch these big moves, right? 50 all the way up there to 250. That's a 500% move if you're hitting that. Okay, a beautiful, beautiful trade there. And this is QNT. This one was given a red dot on the weekly. So all these dots have faded. All these red dots that showed up today have faded, which is a really, really good sign that we're getting a bounce. Okay, you can see 65 is the new level to watch there on QNT. The last dot is still green, so we are remaining bullish. It came down here. It held our support there at 63, where we went down there. That was the low right there on that candle from a couple weeks ago on July 1st. They tried to break it, and guess what? There was bulls stepping in and buying it. And the 4-hour is pointing up now. I still don't really like QNT's chart because of how far below the 50 EMA we are. Right, we like to trade assets trending up and to the right, not down and to the right. Okay, again, an example of up and to the right is Bitcoin, up and to the right, Ethereum, up and to the right. Okay, whatever time frame you're on, you want to make sure you're above the 50-week EMA. Whatever, if you're trading the hourly, if you're trading the 15-minute, whatever chart you're trading, you want to make sure you're up above the 50 EMA or the 50 EMA, whatever you're on. Right, this is a 50 hourly moving average. Okay, if you look at the daily, this is a 50-day moving average. If you look at the monthly, this is a 50-week moving average. And again, guys, if you don't have the trading indicator or the EMAs, I have all the settings and everything you need set up over here in the Discord if you guys want to use the trading indicator to improve your trading. Okay, I don't know how anybody can trade without it. Okay, the link to get the trading indicator is right here. If you click on that, you can go over there. It's a couple clicks. and it loads right into your TradingView account. You do have to have the basic account in order to use it. Okay, but once you have the basic account, all this, okay, all these settings, all the EMAs, everything loads directly up into your chart for you to use and for you to start executing trades. So here's AMP token. Here's an example of a red dot holding on here. Stop loss on that's going to be 0.0034. Let's look at the 4 hour here. It's trying to bounce. Again, you're getting a green dot here on the 4 hour. These are the days you guys want to be buying in this kind of a market, right? In a market where we're just going sideways, right? Consolidating. These are the days, these big dip days where you want to buy down here, okay, on the trading indicator. These are the days you want to be buying, okay? You don't want to be buying the big pumps like yesterday. You want to be buying the dips, okay? And they dipped it hard on us today. They really slammed it on us today. It's the first day of the month. It's August, so it's going to be very, very volatile, right? New monthly candles means, right, very, very volatile times. This is where big money, right? Big money hedge funds use the monthly chart. Okay, they're not using the hourly or the 5 hour. They're using monthly charts. They're placing their trades based on the monthly, not these little puny, right, hourly 15-minute, 5-minute charts. They're looking at the monthly. So my stop loss on AMP is going to be 0.0035. I don't like the fact that it's down here below the 50, so I don't want any part of it. And it's got a red dot. Okay, if it's below the 50, I don't want it. Okay, it's just ugly. Here's Coinbase giving you a red dot on the weekly. Okay, imagine that. When Bitcoin goes down, Coinbase goes down too. It's up a little bit after hours, it looks like. But the 4 hour chart, again, we're way deep down here on Coinbase. So this one doesn't look bad here for a trade. Where I'd buy Coinbase is on the green dot on the 4 hour there. And we'll see if this red one holds. Okay, we need to hold on to, I'm going to say 160 is the true support. Do they have earnings coming up here? I think they do. Oh, it looks like they missed. They missed on their earnings. They lost money. How did they lose money in this market? That doesn't make any sense. They beat on revenue, but they lost on their earnings. So they were lower than expected. So we could see Coinbase tumbling down here. I'm watching the 4 hour for a green dot. Okay, we bounced off this green dot last time. We bounced off this green dot last time. Okay, all these green dots way down here on the blue wave have been good buying opportunities. Yeah, I don't like the fact that we're just flushing right now, though. So if you can pick this thing up closer to the 50 EMA, like around 180, that would be great. And I think that one has a monthly. See, we called the monthly one out a couple months ago as well in June. So it's a freaking coin flip at this time, which way the market's going to go. We just need to wait to see if Bitcoin breaks out over 74K. If it breaks below 60, we're going down. If it breaks up above 74, we're going up. AI, we covered. QQQ, we covered. Hood, we covered. Mara, we covered. SPY, we covered. CGC, we covered. We're all the way down here at Carvana, giving you a green dot on the weekly. So they beat on their earnings. Again, it's a little too far off of our EMA for me to want to buy this. That's about a 42% premium. So when it's 42% off of our EMA, okay, that is our 50-week moving average there. Okay, that's in my opinion. I just don't like to buy during that time because we're way off of the mean, right? If you come over here to the cheat sheet, 42% is like up in this area, and this is where we want to sell. We want to buy as close to that mean as possible. We want to buy within like 10, 15% of that mean price, okay, which is all the way down there at 83. So yes, they beat on earnings, great, fantastic, but I still really don't think cars people are buying a lot of cars right now. So if you want to play the green dot, I'd use a stop loss right there at 120. Right at the bottom of the candle, you're getting the green dot on there for some continuation. Here's Snap. Oh, they reported earnings, and they had a big old miss. Look at that, all the way back down to 1060. Ouch. I actually ended up selling this position this morning, and they missed. It looks like they actually beat on their earnings, but they missed on revenue. And they're down to $10 right now. Absolutely got wrecked, but they're coming right back down here into that support level. And the weekly chart is fading. So I'm going to wait for Snapchat. This is going to set up really good on a weekly dot. So this is good, right? We're all the way back down here to 10. That is a clear support level. What we're going to do is we're going to wait on the green dot for the weekly. That one's going to be a great opportunity. When that comes back, when that weekly dot comes back, you got the red dot there on the monthly. Ouch. Okay, all the way back down to 10. I really like this company. I think they're a very, very good company. I think they got a lot of users. They just need to learn how to monetize their platform a little bit. Okay, and it's all the way down here, back at this support level where we bounced last time in April at 10. So that one's going to set up nicely. I just be patient and wait for the confirmation of the dot there on Snap. Mara we covered, AI we covered, Jasmine has a monthly red dot. Jasmine has a monthly red dot here. So you guys need to use a stop loss on this one. I've been calling this out for a couple of weeks, but 2.025 is going to be your stop loss level on Jasmine. You want to make sure that level holds. Here's V-Chain giving a red dot here. That one's still holding as well. What's the 4 hours saying again? The 4 hours trying to pump here, but the weekly is telling you be careful. So stop loss on this, I'm going to call that 0.023. That one needs to hold, but man, that's an ugly rejection. Ugly rejection there off of our EMA line. Again, it's not trending above it. This is where you want to buy, right? Here was a perfect setup. We pulled right back into it and pumped. This one pulled back into it and dumped. Okay, we do have a green dot, but that red one's showing 0.023 is the level to watch there. Cardano, red dot as well. Support level on this is going to be right down there at 34. 34 is our stop. Okay, and that one's also trying to pump here as well on the 4 hour. We got the cross downward. Ugh, just looks ugly. Okay, 34 cents is going to be the level to watch. Not looking good on that red dot. You can see the last one came back here back in July. Okay, that was a red dot, and then what did it do? It dumped from 29 all the way down to 24. Green dot came. There was your re-entry, and then it did the rippity-dippity. So this sort of looks like a bull trap as of right now. Again, anything can change. If we pump up 20% tomorrow, anything can change. But it's starting to look more and more like a bull trap than anything. Okay, especially with these red dots coming along. We had a ton of green dots go off not too long ago. Okay, but we're getting the red one showing back up now. So again, if this dot closes red tomorrow or on Sunday, because we get new weekly candles on Sunday at 8 p.m., you need to sell. Okay, you need to sell. You should have been entering on this bar right here, up at 34, but look where it got rejected. It got rejected off of our mean. Okay, rejected off of the mean. That is not a good sign. Okay, so 34 has to be your stop loss, and if this closes red, get out. XRP, we covered that monthly. We had HNT showing a monthly. Look at HNT. That looks really, really bullish. Stop loss on that's going to be 450. Super bullish daily candle there. I got stopped out on this at like 490, but that thing is just getting ready to do the rippity-dippity here. One of the strongest looking charts we've looked at today. HNT is about ready to fire off that monthly green dot there. Stop loss on this trade is going to be $4.50. How much is that to the downside? I'd like to know. That's about a 13% risk to the downside. So that looks really, really bullish. Again, I would have liked you to buy it right here off the green dot on the 4 hour, because we use the 4 hour in conjunction with the weekly, okay, and the monthly. But that thing's trying to hold on there, and that is a very, very fat green candle right there. So let's watch for some continuation. You can even move your stop loss up to 460 on that one. Okay, HNT looking bullish. AVE, another crypto, also given a green dot here on the monthly chart. 102 is going to be the support on that. That looks really strong too. That one looks like it wants to break out as well. And the stop loss on that trade is going to be about at 102. And again, that's a 500% move back to the top if it happens. Looks really, really bullish. I like the monthly dot. So far on crypto, we got HNT, XRP, and AVE all showing monthly green dots on the monthly. And those are, like I said, the most bullish. Here's the last one of the day is going to be Bonk. B-O-N-K. This is a Solana ecosystem altcoin, but that is giving you a red here. Let's look at the 4 hour. Again, trying to bounce. So if you want to play this bonk, okay, I wouldn't recommend playing it, but if you think it's going to bounce and that red dot's going to go away, what I would do is use the 4 hour here in conjunction with the weekly, using this green dot here. Set your support right there at that candle. Okay, set your support right there at that candle. And it looks like we had a weekly dot on AVAX. I think we covered that in yesterday's video, though. Let me see if we got any requests. I think we had a couple here. One for ICP. ICP still holding green too. So if you're holding this one, let's go ahead and look at the 4 hour here for the stop loss level. I'm going to put the stop loss right there at $8.32 on the stop. Okay, that's right where we're bouncing on the 4 hour, and the green dot is still holding on the weekly. I know we've had a couple of downward weeks, but the trend is trying to break up here. If we can hold on to $8.30, I think the trade is still alive. Just make sure you set your stop loss at $8.30. And you can even move it down to the whole number at $8 if you want to. But I think we're going to try to bounce here. Look at that big wick candle. Okay, big wick. Okay, that's a good sign there. $8.30 on the stop on ICP there. Looks good. USDT.D. Okay, this is our dominance chart for for small caps, or I'm sorry, not small caps, but stable coins. And we're still trending below our 50 EMA. So we're trying to bounce, but we're getting rejected here on the EMA. So last dot's still red on this. As long as USDT.D goes down, right, Bitcoin goes up. Bitcoin goes up. Bitcoin goes up when USDT, which is Tether, right? That's the stable coin, goes down. So when this is going down, Bitcoin's going up. When this is going up, Bitcoin's going down. So we're still going down on this as well. I know it doesn't seem like it, but the last dot is still red, so that does mean that the direction is still to the downside here. So we'll see how tomorrow plays out. USDC, I'm probably going to think it's the same thing there. Brett. And if you guys got chart requests throughout the week, just feel free to put them over there in the request thread. I'd be happy to answer them in videos and tell you guys what I think about the charts. Brett's trying to bounce here at, what was that, 10 cents, about 11 cents. Set your stop loss right there at 0.0105 on that one. This one was, oops. What's the weekly say? There's no data on the weekly, but the daily, you can see the daily is just consolidating here above 10 cents. So 10 cents has to be the stop loss. I'd look to buy the next green dot on the daily chart there on Brett. Just make sure it holds 10 cents. That has to be the stop. If 10 breaks, this thing's going to dip really, really hard. And I don't like these names that everybody hypes into. Okay, this was the big hype name for the last bull run. It went from 2 cents all the way up to 20 cents a 10x trade, but now it's pulling back. You can even see the trend here. You see that trend line? Okay, we're getting rejected. So we're putting in like a triangle pattern here. I want to see us break out over that. Okay, 10 cents has to be your stop there on Brett. Dogecoin. You're not late, brother. You got it just in time. Just in time here. Nice work. Okay, Dodge, I'm watching 11 cents. 11 cents breaks, I think we're going to dip on down probably to 10 or so. But the 4 hour is really trying to bounce here. So we'll see if this bounce is legit or not. Just make sure 11 cents holds here on Dodge. I know it had the red dot show up on the weekly, but it has faded so far. So that just means set your stop loss there at 11 cents. That is it for today's video, folks. We're dropping another one tomorrow, so make sure you get those requests in. If you guys need me, hit me over there in the Discord or shoot me an email at overkill@overkillinvestingclub.com. I'm sorry, it's overkill@overkillinvesting.club. That email is right over here inside of the trading, inside of the server rules. Okay, right down here at the bottom. You guys can shoot questions over to me if you guys got questions about the trading indicator. We got a free trading course over here. If you guys got questions about the trading rules or the trading apps, you name it. Okay, I'm here to help, folks. I'm here to make you guys a better trader, and that is my goal, to educate. None of this is financial advice. Do your own research, as always, but I do think the indicator is way more accurate than what we think. Okay, we can't make decisions because we are emotional human beings. The indicator, right, is not emotional. This tells you, okay, green is up, red is down. It's really that easy, folks. So we just got to listen to it and see what happens here. Okay, Dodge needs to hold 11 cents there. Everything, Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum, all still holding green, folks. We'll see if that holds up tomorrow. Again, major levels to watch. For Bitcoin's going to be 62 now, about 61K. And Solana, what was the level there for that? That was 150. 150 where we're wicking down. Dude, look at that big volume candle there. Big volume coming into Solana here. And Ethereum. Okay, Ethereum, like I said before, look at that double bottom there. Okay, we came back down here. We bounced. We came back down. We tapped it again, and we're bouncing again. So 3K is the level to watch on Ethereum. It was 150 on Solana and 62 for Bitcoin. God bless y'all. I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.